Back to Driven Nashville. If you're new to the channel, we do our best to produce weekly enthusiast-driven car content. And along those lines, I'm here with Colin and his incredible 2020 Mercedes AMG GTR Pro, right? The Pro is the newest version of the GT, and it's got a number of upgrades, and we're gonna do our best to kind of spotlight that today. Now, this particular car has just a number of custom touches, and they're totally fantastic. We're talking about some carbon intakes, it's got a tune, and it's got downpipes on it. Colin, this thing's pushing what, 700?
Low to mid sevens, yeah.
Low to mid sevens, and this is a 3,500 pound car.
Yep.
Carbon ceramic brakes front and rear, which is different from the GTs, right? Because they had steel brakes in the back.
Absolutely.
All of these carbon touches, this is an extra add-on, but all the rest of this stuff, right, the down splitter and everything is from the factory, correct?
Yep, absolutely.
Factory roof, factory carbon splitter. All of this right here is additional downforce they've added from the GTs. It pretty much adds up, I think, to be 220 foot-pounds at 150 miles an hour. So it adds a little bit more downforce.
It's got
comfortable, right?
Very comfortable.
Yeah, so you bought this for rallies.
Yes,
correct?
yeah. It's kind of a quasi rally car. I kind of got it to beat the crap out of. It's a Mercedes. I can go to a Mercedes dealership, get the parts fixed, whatever.
Right. They give you a warranty on a race car.
Yeah. There you go.
Love that,
exactly.
Right?
Yeah.
So Cup 2 tires.
Yep.
So these are definitely going to be, you know, a little loud and sticky on the road.
Yep.
But outside of that, you just put these on, right? So
yes. Brand new rears. These have got a couple hundred miles on them, but new all the way around. Yep.
So you're sticking with the Cup 2s.
Yep.
Yeah, I gotta say, I love the look, guys, of this car, right? The clamshell, the big long hood. It's got the classic roadster lines. It's a sexy car, and with the downpipes and the tune and everything, it sounds incredible. Before we move on to the inside of the car, guys, I think it's an injustice not to talk about the piece de resistance of this entire car, which is the 4.0 liter AMG built twin turbo V8. Now, Colin, this thing, as we said, makes around 700 horsepower, but tell the folks, you know, what is it like to drive? Is it tall gearing, short gearing? Is there a turbo lag?
So it's extremely short geared. It is, and as you'll see, we're going to be banging gears because you bang gears. It's incredibly short. The
7th gears.
Yes,
right?
7-speed dual clutch. Yep. It's a hot V, so your turbos are in the middle of the V, basically.
So these are where your turbos are located, guys, as you can see right there.
Yep, right in the middle of your bank.
That really does help with turbo spool.
Yep.
So I bet there's almost no turbo spool in this car at all.
No. And as you'll see, actually, there's a lot of turbo noise as well. You'll hear a lot of blow off, a lot of.
Blow-off valve.
Oh, I love the sound of the turbos
you can't
on
beat
this.
A blow-off valve on turbos, of course. Fantastic, man. This carbon looks great, and you know, we were just talking about this. The plaque here, guys, for some reason he does have it, or the previous owner has it, but he has to send it to you. When they installed all this aftermarket, because this isn't factory, right?
It's eVenturi carbon intake, yep. Okay. So it's aftermarket. The badge, I don't know why, the previous owner put the eVenturi system on it and left the badge off, which is, if you're familiar with AMG, you have a little badge that has a little signature because your engine's hand-built and got all your little, I don't know, little cool goodies on it. Left it off.
Touch.
Yeah,
like,
left it off, and
why
it's.
Why would they leave that off? Is mind-blowing to me.
Well, and the worst part is you can see you've got a little slot for it right there. So I'll get somebody to send that to me, and we'll slap it back on there.
And I just love that this comes all the way up to allow ease of use on working on the motor. That's a really cool racing touch that they put on here.
Yeah.
I don't think the original GTs have this. Right?
I don't believe so.
They don't have these extended struts. Overall, though, guys, looking at the engine, it's sexy, it's super clean. This eVenturi custom system is beautiful. Notice how far back the engine is, right? So it does give you that 50-50 weight balance, right? It's behind the rear axle.
Yep.
And this is the same motor I think the Aston Martin Vantage has, correct?
Yes, it is. So it's same engine. It's 4753 actually because it's a transaxle. So your transmission's in the back, engine in the front.
It's probably good actually, rear-wheel drive. So.
Yes, yeah, you want it that way. And then yeah, front mid engine. If you can actually see I'm standing at the wheel right here, and my engine is pretty far well behind me. So yeah.
It's beautiful, guys. It really is. This is where a lot of the money goes on this car, and you know this is a supercar, and that's a supercar engine.
Yeah, absolutely.
Looking forward to driving it.
Absolutely.
All right, guys. I gotta say the attention to detail on the interior is just fantastic, right? Everything's leather stitched. You got the carbon fiber inlay, piano black here, right? All of the dials are heavy, and you know everything just reeks of quality in this car. Alcantara steering wheel in the Ron Jeremy era, right? Nice and thick. We've got the AMG crest here, and then this is cool too, Colin, right? You can actually start the car from in here.
Yeah, so you got your key here. If you want to have like an actual key, I love that it's hidden in the center console. You can have your real key.
That's really cool. So why don't you walk us through just a little bit of the different modes? I think there's, what, 6 or 7 different modes on this vehicle?
Yeah, so you can change them. You can change them from the steering wheel. You can change them down here. You've got, let's see, you've got slippery, you've got individual, comfort, sport, sport plus. You can hear my valves open.
Wow, that really changes it.
And then race.
It's a visceral feeling. You actually feel it in your ass. You know?
Yeah, you can feel the grumble. Yeah, it rumbles the whole car.
What is all this? So this is your traction control off, and then there's this TC meter here, right?
Yep.
So, how does
so
that work?
you can press once, and that'll give you sport, but that's not very fun. So we hold it down, and then that'll give you that.
Oh,
so great.
That might be the best button in any car.
Oh, I know, it's so great.
So this right here is all off in the red, and then this is different levels of. So basically, you can get a little squirrely, and then it'll catch it.
Yep.
That's so cool.
You can dial it into whatever you want.
We might have to try that later.
Oh, I leave it on. I use it all the time. Because the best part is you can leave it on. This is traction control on. So even though it says traction control off, I'll drive everywhere with this on.
Right.
And then at the flick of a button, I can go all the way off.
Right. Hoonigan mode.
Yeah, exactly.
This detail right here, that is so awesome.
I know, so great. Oh, shit. Lovely.
Yeah, you're good. You had a phone call, folks.
Yeah, business calls.
Welcome to life. Now, this right here doesn't have the cage in it because the cage doesn't come factory. So that's one thing to note, right?
Yes, yeah. So North American and Canadian cars, U.S. and Canadian cars don't get the Recaro seats that the Europeans do, or the cage. Apparently, I don't know what law that is, but apparently that's illegal. Something about it does not meet DOT, whatever rules, so regulations.
Don't have it either, so that makes sense.
Yeah.
Now you're gonna put the cage back in here?
Yes, I would love to. Hopefully I can. I love the seats that I have. I don't want to put the Recaros in. These are super duper comfy. I can put some time in on these. These are the sport buckets as it is, so I'm fine.
But it's nice too because you can get the 4-point harnesses still in here.
Yep. All you need is a cage. So. Yeah, exactly.
Well, you might be able to route them through the brace bar. I don't know.
And one thing that's interesting as well, I'm not sure whether or not the European cars still have the brace bar while they have the cage. I assume they do, so I'll have to look and see. But
that's interesting. And that little knob right there is how you can adjust your rear dampening.
Yeah, so that's my rebound stiffness on. You've got one on each side, and then also you've got 2 identical little knobs in the engine bay as well to do the front. So.
Right. I gotta say though, the seats, they're maybe not the racing Recaros, but they're comfortable.
Yes.
Like they're super comfortable.
Very.
Like this car, I mean, it's got a really low windshield, and you've got it also tinted here.
Yep.
So you're you know, it's not exactly the most visible car.
No, it feels very race car. To me, I love the feel of it. It feels very racy.
This right here is super low, right? It's very Aston Martin in that. It's very Camaro in the fact that it's just everything's very tight in here, but plenty of room. I mean, you and I aren't touching, right?
No. Very racy, very tight, but at the same time, still comfortable.
Yeah. I like the piano black with the carbon too. It's really set. It's very hot.
Yeah, I love that.
Then you just have some general buttons here. But obviously there's nothing here. There's no sunroof or anything. It's got the carbon.
Alcantara, yep.
Man, they give you a ton of space here. 2 cup holders. Look how deep those are.
Yeah, plenty of space. And then also, you know, you've got your digital dash, so I can change. I like to mess with that a lot. I've got it on center, whatever. I've got the center design right now, but you can go sport, you can change it all around, and you can have You can have many different options. I'll leave it on performance and then move this over to my tach.
Just out of curiosity, what kind of fuel economy are you getting in this thing?
Oh, let's find out. 10 miles to the gallon?
Are you serious? 10 miles? Doesn't this thing get like 24 on the highway?
Yeah, that was for the last 10 miles I was driving. I don't know if maybe I can, let's see here. Let's find out. Let's go to trip and see what my actual mileage looks like. Yeah, 10 from the start. From reset,
12.6.
12 and a half. There you go.
Wow. That's low.
Yeah, it's not high, yeah.
Yeah. Wow.
I'm sure the tune doesn't help very much.
No. That's actually kind of hard to believe because I thought this thing was pretty good on fuel economy.
It is if you're not driving it like I do.
Yeah, right. All right, well, for today's review, let's drive it like you do.
There we go.
That's what people want to watch, right?
Yeah.
All right, guys, hope you enjoyed the interior. I love this car. I mean, I think it's a beautiful interior. It just reeks of quality.
Yeah.
You know, it's not just a race car. It also feels like a Grand Touring car.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right, guys, here's a first impression drive. Never driven this car before. So here's how you put it in drive, and it rolls. Steering is pretty darn light on comfort, but he just put it in Sport Plus, and yeah, it stiffens up. But I gotta say, it's not the heaviest.
It does have four-wheel steering, by the way. Yeah, left.
So yeah, four-wheel steering is a big deal. Really helps in slow speeds and also on the track. If you're going to high speeds, it just turns at the same angle. Straight.
Yep.
You can see here, you know, it holds gears in Sport Plus. Sounds amazing, right? It will hold that gear though. Unlike PDK, which will run it all the way to the end though, which is nice. Now, since we're in a 25 mile per hour zone here, if you go to comfort, the dual personality in this car is just absolutely incredible. Now you're lugging at 6th gear doing 36 miles an hour, butter smooth. You couldn't tell me we're not in an S-Class right now. I mean, it's just that comfortable. The suspension doesn't beat you up. Now, I will say the brakes are very bitey and pretty touchy. So like right there, you can modulate them nice and easy, but if you accidentally hit it too hard, you're gonna send you and your passenger through the windshield and probably surprise your girlfriend. But if you wanna go, kind of nuts. It really is. It is one of the fastest cars I've ever driven. I think this did the Nürburgring in just over 7 minutes. So a very fast car, right? It is 20 seconds slower than the GT2 RS, but we're talking about a car that, you know, that's half the price.
And it is worth noting, this car now has 200 more horsepower than stock, so I'm sure a lot of that time would be made up somewhere on that track. Right.
But overall, I mean, it's way too much power for the street. I gotta say, the dual clutch transmission, I mean, you can see, shifts pretty darn good, pretty fast, pretty instant. Right up there with the best. AMG is, you know, making, I mean, look, AMG sources, you know, Aston Martin, and they are their own division. These guys build world-class cars. In every way, this is a world-class supercar. It's fast, but it's comfortable, right? It's got the dual personalities. It looks like a race car, but at the same time, it's got all the creature comforts. You got heated and cooled seats. You got a Burmester sound system. You got a nice, comfortable 24 mile per gallon, you know, car that you could easily take on a road trip. I mean, Colin, he bought this to take on a rally, right? This is kind of the perfect rally car. I can't think of a better car that you could do 100, 200, 500 miles in a day and get to the end of the day and not want to, you know, not want to kill yourself, or frankly need a chiropractor.
Exactly.
So, you know, this car is just, I mean, you're gonna see when Colin drives here in a minute. It absolutely smashes with the absolute best of them. We're gonna try to do a launch for you guys as well, so you can see that. But on a first impression, I just think it's fantastic. It feels quality, it's comfortable. I love the gauges here, the double screens, right? It's just nice. Everything about this car screams Mercedes luxury, and I think anybody who buys it, or frankly, there's only 185 of them in the entire North American continents, between Canada and the United States. If you can get your hands on one, you're a lucky man, and you're going to enjoy the heck out of it. sounds so good.
Ridiculous. Let's go ahead and rev out right here. So ridiculous.
So much power.
And I love how you can just feel it's so solid, it's meant to be revved out. Like there's just no ounce of doubt.
Bro.
You know, I'm not sure I've tried launch control. Let's see if...
Oh, this car gets the shit eating grin going.
Yep. Yep.
Damn. It's one of the more fun cars I've been in a while. It's just a hoot again. I mean, it's hilarious.
I love the feel of this car more than anything. It's nothing that, and it performs like crazy, don't get me wrong, it pulls like crazy, but the steering feel, the brake is so good, and you can just feel it underneath you. You have that sense of connection with it. Hello there, Mr. Copper. Now this is our cop, I can recognize this from a mile away. That is a Bedford County, yep. All right, so traction, little spoolie buttons all the way red, which means this is gonna be fun, so here we go.
Guys, I want to thank you for watching. I really hope you enjoyed the point of view drive. I really hope you enjoyed the front montage. And I really ultimately hope you enjoyed this AMG GTR Pro. This is such a great car. I absolutely love the way it sounds, love the way it shifts, and I love the dual personality. You know, the fact of the matter is this is an absolute track weapon, yet at the same time you could enjoy it on the streets and you can just enjoy the car, you know, as a daily driver. Very, very few cars get that right, and that's the thing I think I was most surprised. When I was doing my research on this car, I really thought this was gonna beat you up. I really thought it was gonna be just kind of bouncing around all over the road, it's got Cup 2s, etc. The fact that it's around 80 degrees today, these tires warmed up fast, it was very comfortable, it liked to low rev and lug. Ultimately, I think this thing is just a fantastic everyday car. And the best part is you could take it to a track and smoke just about everything else on the track. I mean, you literally would need a GT3 RS to keep up with this car, or even a GT2 RS. I really think this thing is just going to decimate all. And the benchmark for this car was the 3 RS, and I think they nailed it. I really do. I want to give a really big shout out here to Colin. Thank you so much, sir, for letting us feature your car. I mean, there's only 185 of these in the whole country, so this is a super rare car. In fact, I think you're the only one that has it in Tennessee.
Middle to my knowledge.
I mean,
I don't know of another. I'd love to find out, so if you have one, hit me up.
Yeah, if you have an AMG GTR in the near area, let us know, let Colin know. And you can follow him, guys, on Stealth720 on Instagram. He does post a little bit of content. He's not a big social media guy, he'll tell you that.
You'll get a couple pictures every now and then.
Anyway, guys, really appreciate it. If you like the content, please like and subscribe. Be sure to hit the bell notification as well so you get new updates as we send them. This is it for us today. Brian, thank you for all your amazing montage and stuff. Next time, bring the drone so we can get some drone content. Unfortunately, we are at an airport today, so it's hard to get drone content there anyway. But it would have been nice to do a couple of drone shots today, but we'll get you on the next one. That's it for me, guys. Signing off. You take it easy.